Okay, folks, we're back, and we have the correct seal from Winnipeg Harley Davidson. There we go. This one seems to be the right size. I took this one down there, and we were able to match it up, and thanks to young Ian down there behind the service counter, he hunted for this thing for like an hour. Went through every seal in the building to find one to match. And he didn't give up, and this was the last one they had. So thank goodness for that. And I also got another quad seal with this one, just because I'm a little bit suspect of the one that came with the other new seal that didn't match this one. I mean, the other one, they sure seem to be the same size, but these are really cheap. I'm going to get the one that goes with this guy. Let's take this over here. Let's lube her up. Take that. Get a nice coat of oil on there. Again, don't be shy. Like I said, put her on there. We can wipe the excess off. Get some in behind there too. There we go. It's wet. Let's install it. And the quad seal. Give that a little dip there. New quad seals in there. Right at the back, it's a little hard to see, but there we go. I'm gonna put the seal race on. You notice there's a little chamfer there. That goes towards the seal. This side's flat. Very carefully slide that on. Now the main seal. Give me 1 sec. And there's our seal. Wipe some of the excess off the mating surfaces there. Whole point is to get this to dry up a bit. Alright, that looks pretty good. That looks really good. Moving right along. Let's get the drive back on. Okay, drive pulleys on. Got a chamfered side there. We got a flat side. The flat side goes towards the drive cog. Now remember, this is a reverse thread. Okay, and if you get any resistance at all, stop. There's something wrong. It should go real easy. Just give me 1 sec, and we'll get that on there. Okay, we got her started properly there, and you can see that spins very smoothly. Like I said, you want to be careful, tape things up, clean them, take your time. Everything will be all right, God willing. Okay, and we're going to torque this up. And these, I believe, are around 100 to 120 max foot-pounds of torque. Some of the newer ones, there's a different procedure. You torque them down to about 50 pounds, and then you add 45 degrees, 30 to 45 degrees max. And the new ones, you torque them down to 110, then you back them off and re-tighten them to only 36. These ones are a little different. These ones are like between 100 and 120. In order to do that, we're going to have to tighten the drive belt back up and stand on the brake. So give me a sec. Now in order to get the drive belt off, maybe I should cover this sooner. got to loosen your axle nut, and these are your adjusters on the end here. And what we're going to do is, as you tighten these up, it pulls the wheel back that way. Or if it's too tight, then loosen it, back it off, and it'll send the wheel that way. Okay, so just going to go ahead and do that. Here's a piece of PVC. Put it over the shaft to protect it. Got our Harley Davidson socket here. Put that on there. We're going to go for 100 pounds, and then we're going to give it any little extra it needs to line it up, the lock plate, with those holes so we can bolt it down. So let's do that. Got our torque wrench here. Okay, give me 1 second. And we've got our lock plate in. What you do is you go start with 100 pounds, and add what you need up to a maximum of 120 until you can change these. You can put them in a few different positions. So it's got 4 holes and only 2 bolts. It's kind of a hex shape in the center, and you just rotate it until you find a spot that's close, and then you can bring a little more on. But maximum 120 on this puppy. I've got it perfect, but 110, I'm leaving it right there. Let's put the bolts in. Those are 18 to 22 inch-pounds. Okay, and there's our drive assembly. These, by the way, they're 50 to 60 inch-pounds, which is roughly around 15 to 20 foot-pounds. Sorry about that, folks. And there's our drive. Now let's get our shifter seal, which is leaking really good. So let's do that. Now you'll note this is just forward just a little bit. Usually what you do to line these back up when you take them off, you can mark them. That's not a bad idea, and I think I'm going to. But usually it's 1 spline off of vertical is a good rule of thumb for these. I'm going to go ahead and mark that. Let's get that off and get that seal out of there. This is a shifter here. That's rod on the end here. This is called the pawl. Just give me 1 second. Let's get that off of there. A piece of chalk. Just going to go ahead and mark that. This is my kid's sidewalk chalk. It works great though. That bolt out of there. Might have to open that up a bit. Give me a sec. That whole thing off of the unit. There. That washer off of there. That's pretty wet in there. There we go. And there's the old one. And that is also shot. Okay. Clean this up. Get all that crap out of there. Make sure you get a nice clean surface. And in goes the new shifter seal. Dunk in the lube. A little bit on the shaft. Take a socket, roughly the same size as a seal. Take a rubber mallet or a dead blow hammer. Just give that a few gentle taps around the edge. There we go, just like that. A little more up here. Don't go crazy, just gentle taps. You want it just recessed. And that's perfect. And our washer. And our shifter. You can tell I totally lost that chalk mark, and I'm pretty sure that's right where it is. Now the seal between the crankcase and the inner primary, there we go. See that right there? We have a new one. Let's put it on. Clean that seat real nice. There's a groove there, as you can see. Get that nice and clean. There we go. There's our new one. Just like that. Right on there. Just like that. Sorry everybody, I forgot to film this, but as you can see, the back of this primary is really wet. This down here, this is where the shifter seal was leaking. Obviously this seal was leaking really bad. Now I've already changed it. You can see that's pretty much reached the end of its service life. So I just already went ahead and did that one, but don't worry, we still got our jack shaft seal. So let's do that. Now take our high-tech block of wood here. Just a wrench. I think this one's yeah. That one's metric. I think it'll still get the seal out though. I'll just put that in there like that. Just like that. There we go. We're going to clean that up a bit. And clean that up a lot. And we're going to lube the new seal. And put her in the hole. Make sure you get the oil side facing in. The seals usually say right on them. One's an oil side. And one's the outside. Well, it looks like that's it for today. You see the race is ready to go here and all cleaned up. Unfortunately, once again, this seal has the correct inside diameter of the shaft, but not the correct outside diameter. This one has the correct outside diameter, but the inside diameter is wrong, so we're going to have to find this oddball somewhere. So that's going to do it for today until we can get some parts. But she's coming right along. Like I said, take your time, enjoy yourself. And there'll be more to come. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good day.